Hey guys, Shadowz here, welcome back to another Gears of War E-Day video. Today we're going to be discussing Rod Fergusson's reaction, thoughts and opinions on Gears of War E-Day. Rod Fergusson was director of production on the first 3 Gears of War games and played a key pivotal role at Epic Games throughout the development of the original Gears of War trilogy. His leadership and producer skills helped ensure the games always set a high quality while adhering to pressurized release deadlines. He was deeply involved in the creative decisions that shaped Gears of War's direction for almost 2 decades and beyond, making the franchise a critical and commercial billion-dollar success, cementing itself in the video game history books. Rod then went on to become the studio head at the Coalition after Microsoft's acquisition of the Gears of War franchise, continuing his influential role by building up a whole new team of developers and leading a studio releasing several new Gears of War games, setting up the direction for the future, and then departing to join Blizzard overseeing the Diablo series. With the Gears of War E-Day announcement made by the Coalition at the Xbox Game Showcase, I wanted to share the ex-Coalition studio head Rod Fergusson's reaction, thoughts and opinions on Gears of War E-Day. Attending the Xbox Game Showcase in person, Rod got to enjoy the live reaction to Gears of War E-Day's announcement by the Coalition studio, in which he tweeted afterwards by saying, "Congrats to my friends at the Coalition for their Gears of War announce, can't wait to play." With Rod being at the Xbox Game Showcase in person for Diablo 4, he was asked by gaming journalist website Games Radar about Gears of War E-Day and his reaction, thoughts and opinions on returning to the Locust War on Emergence Day, as you can see in the following. I was thinking about all of that as I was getting ready to watch the Xbox Game Showcase. E-Day is the 10th Gears of War game. I've had creative involvement in all of the previous 9, so this is the first I haven't had anything to do with. I didn't even know it was going to be E-Day. You know, I thought I had a great ideas for what Gears 6 was going to be and how to finish that trilogy, so I was kind of wanting to see how they were going to do it, but I love what they are doing. E-Day is one of those things we used to talk about when we were doing Gears 1 to 5. Players were always asking, how come you haven't done E-Day? Part of it was that we didn't feel like the technology could render it right. It's the massive invasion where tens of millions of people get killed. We just didn't think we could do it justice on the Xbox 360. But now, looking at what the Coalition is doing with Unreal Engine 5 and what they're able to achieve with the Xbox Series X, this is the perfect time to have an E-Day story. I'm so excited to see what they do, and I'm proud of them. Rod also then made an appearance on IGN's Gaming Unlocked podcast to share more of his reaction, thoughts and opinions on Gears of War E-Day, as seen in the following.
On behalf of Miranda Sanchez, who of course loves Gears of War more than anything else, you have not been on here since Gears of War E-Day got announced. So I just want to get your reaction. Like, I don't know if you've commented publicly on it, but look, what did you think when that announcement happened at the Xbox Showcase? And like, were you freaking out like we were? Because that was a big pivot.
Yeah, it was a big pivot, and no, I was super excited. I mean, it's a little surreal to have something come out about Gears that I haven't been involved in. Like, you know, I spent 15 years with Gears of War, and basically every game that was made, like I think there's like 9 or 10 total. Like I've been involved in all of them, and so the idea that there was something coming out that I had nothing to do with, it was really interesting to be able to see it as a fan. And I kind of thought they were going to do what my plan was when I was there, which is like, let's go to Gears 6, and I have a plan for Gears 6. And then so to see it come back as a prequel for E-Day, it was like, oh, that's really smart. And there's a lot of really cool things they can do with that. And, you know, one of the things we talked about when we did Gears of War on the 360 back in, you know, for Gears 1, there was always that question, like we did it sort of in a cinematic, but it was this question, like, why didn't you explore E-Day more? Like, why wasn't that seems like a big pivotal moment. And it really had, like, part of it was just that sense of an invasion of the size that you wanted the Locust to invade a city. We felt like we just couldn't really pull off with the tech that we had at the time. And so to me, it feels like, oh, if we're going to go back and revisit a moment, going back and revisiting E-Day where you can make it look this good and you can make it feel the way that we know that they'll be able to make it feel is an exciting time. I think it's really, really cool. I do, you know, I struggled with this too when we did prequel stuff, like the fact that the Lancer isn't a thing, you know, during E-Day is, I know they're going to come up with creative solutions for that, but that's always been a little bit of a, people come for the chainsaw. And so it's a little bit, it's a challenge, but looking at what they're delivering, and the team, I just know, you know, Matt really well, and everybody at the Coalition and Arian and Colin, they're just fantastic developers, and I loved being in, leading that studio. And so I'm just really excited what they're going to bring.
Overall, Rod Fergusson was a huge instrumental core part of the original Gears of War trilogy, as well as being ex-studio head of the Coalition. Rod continued on that Gears legacy, and whether or not you liked or disliked certain decisions with the direction that Gears went in for both 4 and 5, that I strongly believe there wouldn't really be Gears of War without Rod. And now that we finally have Gears of War E-Day officially announced, the Gears of War franchise is going to be entering an all-new era following Epic Games and Rod Fergusson's Coalition, as we return to the beginning of the Locust War, where it all began on Emergence Day. The events of the next new mainline Gears of War game title will not only serve as an exciting origin tale of two beloved characters in young Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago, but it will also add key story details and context to this period that will resonate through even more new Gears of War games, comics, and book stories. Everything that happens in E-Day will shape the future of Gears of War for the better, and I am so here ready for it. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. What is your opinion on Rod Fergusson's reaction, thoughts, and opinions on Gears of War E-Day? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're already. If you do enjoy my Gears of War content and want to see even more videos, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel containing all of my other Gears of War E-Day videos so far. If you do want to check out more like this one, click the join button to become a YouTube channel member to gain access to emotes, channel badges, and most importantly, early access to all new videos before anyone else. I want to give a big shout out to all of the members on screen for becoming a Shadow Knight YouTube channel member. I truly appreciate your support. So there you have it, guys. Full details on ex-Coalition studio head Rod Fergusson on Gears of War E-Day. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I shall see you in the next one.